So it is based in Oakhaven. A little girl, her name is Megan Turner. Easily pronounced, so you don't need to wait for the audio to know how to pronounce her name. Um, so yeah, so she is living at home with her mum, and they live in a little cottage. And quite early on, you realise that she's not. They're not necessarily the best financially off, which adds a bit of pressure, especially around Christmas, to people to do well around Christmas for their kids, etc. But mum brings down a elf on a shelf. Now, I don't know
Okay.
if you guys have that in Australia. Do you
Yeah,
have elf on a shelf
we
there?
do.
So
Yep.
yeah, so I always found them creepy.
Yep.
So the elf, which is called Jingles, comes down, and the mum tells Megan that the elf is here to make sure that you're good, and if you're naughty, he tells Santa. Um,
Okay.
Megan's a bit more annoyed with the fact that she's got a little grass in her house.
Hmm.
He's gonna be stepping on her. Um, but after the elf comes down, things start to go worse and worse for the Turner family, and
Okay.
it starts off small, and but then it begins to escalate, and then we get some serious problems. Um, but yeah, again, in my style, not everything as it seems.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you can look forward to a few twists and turns along the way.
Nice. Uh,
Excellent. Excellent. I just bought my copy then while we were talking. That's why I was on my phone. I didn't realize it was out yet. I was like, okay, now that
Yeah,
it's out, bang, I bought my copy.
yeah,
So
there you
I'm it sucks that I've just started two new books last night. I have to
go.
get through them before I can start reading this because I made
yeah.
a commitment to myself that I'm gonna finish where I
Wait a little bit
start.
closer to Christmas.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So did you do the cover yourself?
I didn't. So this is
Ooh.
this this is the first book that I've ever released that I am not responsible for the cover. Although I
Okay.
think the so his name is the person who created the cover is Zach. I want to get the pronunciation right. So I asked him, how do you how do you pronounce your surname? It seems like it's so he's where is it? So it's Zach Winsick.
All right.
Okay.
Zach Winsick is actually one of the hosts of the How I Met Your Monster podcast.
Okay.
Um, they do really their concept for their podcast is actually quite funny. So what it is they will watch a movie, and me as a guest, I've been on. So they say, this is the movie we're going to watch. So you watch the movie, and then they start talking about the opening scenes where you first see the monster and what you
Okay.
thought, and then you kind of all talk about the movie and review
Mm.
segments of it. So it's quite a funny concept for the thing, but
I'm gonna have to
he
subscribe to that.
it's really quite funny. I was on the
That's
Tusk episode where we were talking about the movie Tusk. I don't know if you've seen
oh,
it,
okay. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
which is
I have,
really
yeah,
really good horror.
100%. That's yeah, Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith's that was when I realized I think me and my wife watched it and we both looked at each other and we're like, Kevin Smith is a sick fuck.
Yeah, he's definitely got an interesting mind,
Oh,
that chap. So yeah, so I was on that,
definitely.
but then I started coming up with book cover ideas. I had a few that I'd come up with, and I wasn't sold on any of them. Some of them were better than others,
Mhm.
but he reached out to me and said, "Look, I would like the opportunity to make you a cover for your
Oh
most
wow.
recent book." And he goes, "This is something I've started doing. So, would you be willing to do it? I know, obviously, I won't charge you the full rate for it, but is it something that you'd be open for me to do? And I said, yeah, sure. So he went off and he came back with a couple of designs that he'd come up with. But I felt that this image that I've got on my screen, so I'm assuming your listeners will have on theirs if they're watching on YouTube.
Yes.
So it feels like the story. So the sort of
Okay.
the grey, cold, the winter side of Christmas.
Yeah.
And how simple it is, but I think the story does speak a lot. Like the vintage elf that's on the cover is creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Sitting in a puddle of blood. Which is yeah. So he came up with the design, and I was like, yeah, I love it. I like the font. The font is quite a it's standout. I've managed to use that kind of font on other things associated with the book, and it ties everything together really well. It's not just like a throwaway font. It is quite in keeping with the story. So I was like, right, that's amazing. So yeah, I got him in to do it. He done an incredible job, and it in print when I received the printed copy, I was blown away. It's so crisp, and he's done a very good job. Very good job.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I love it. I love it. And you know what? It's the simplicity of the front, just with the elf. You know that everyone can see that. You know, is one of the versions of Elf on the Shelf, or like an older kind of interpretation of it. Just sitting, hands on the knees in a puddle of blood, and that's all you need. That's all you need. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see this is going to be a really cool story.